Hi, this is Deshmukh Gajanan. I welcome you all to my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is completely devoted to the study of English language and literature. I appeal all of you to subscribe my YouTube channel for the complete preparation of English grammar. Today we are going to deal with an important topic of English grammar. The title of the topic is Change the Voice. We are going to cover the entire topic Change the Voice in this video. Let us try to study this topic with me. First of all, try to understand change the voice term. There are two types of voices in English. They are active voice and passive voice. Active voice, second is passive voice. Try to understand the difference between active voice and passive voice. We will try to differentiate between active and passive voice with the help of one example. Have a look at the board. Raju speaks English. Raju speaks English. English is spoken by Raju. English is spoken by Raju. Here the first sentence is an example of an active voice. Why? Because in the active voice, subject is more important than the action. Okay, or we can say the doer of the action is more important than the action. What about the passive voice? In the passive voice, the action is more important than the subject or doer of the action. There are a few changes which we have to make while converting a sentence of an active voice into the passive voice. First of all, see here, we have to find out the object from the active voice. How can we find out an object from the given sentence? Generally, we can ask the question with what or whom. So here we have to ask a question with what. What does Raju speak? The answer is English. Therefore, English is the object. So what changes do we have to make? The object of the active voice becomes the subject in the passive voice. Here English is the object in the active voice. In the passive voice, the object becomes the subject. We have taken the subject, we have taken the object here. Object has become subject in the passive voice. After that, we have to take the helping verb. Here the given sentence is of the simple present tense. Therefore, we have to take the helping verb am, oblique, is or are. So here English is a singular subject. Therefore, we have taken the helping verb is after English. After that, compulsory we have to use the V3 form of the verb. Okay, see here we have to use the V3 form or past participle of the verb in the passive voice. Here the V3 form of speak is spoken. After that, we have to use the word by, and then we have to take the subject of the active voice at last in the passive voice. So here we have taken Raju at the end in the passive voice. So see here, my dear friends, there are 12 tenses in English. Out of those 12 tenses, we can convert 8 tenses into the passive voice. Here are a few changes which you have to bear in your mind while turning sentences of active voice into the passive voice. There are a few words which gets changed. See here, I, active voice, passive voice, me. He, him. She, her. They, them. We, us. In this way, you have to remember these words. These are the words which are used in the active voice. These are the words which are used in the passive voice. Now we will try to study the various examples of active voice, and we will try to transform them into the passive voice. We will start it tense wise. So first of all, we will study how to convert the sentences of simple present tense into the passive voice. Simple present tense. Simple present tense. Neha draws a picture. Neha draws a picture. Here I told you this is an example of an active voice and this sentence is of simple present tense. So first of all we have to find out an object while transforming this sentence of active voice into the passive one. So the object is a picture. What does Neha draw? The answer is a picture, therefore we have to take a picture at the beginning. This is an object, this is an object, so object becomes subject in the passive voice. After that we have to use the helping verb am is are, because the given sentence is of simple present tense. A picture is singular, therefore we have to use is. Okay, and after that we have to use the V3 form of draw. Draw, drew, drawn. So drawn is the V3 form, and after that we have to use by, and after that we have to use the word. We have to use subject of the active voice at the end in the passive voice. So very simple. We will study one more example. Ramesh brings pictures. What does Ramesh bring? So pictures is the object, we have to take it at the beginning. Pictures are, see here, pictures is a plural noun or it is a plural subject, therefore we have to use are after it. Pictures are V3 form of the verb bring, that is brought. Pictures are brought by Ramesh. Very simple. Now we will study change the voice of present continuous tense. Please look at the board. Present continuous tense. Present continuous tense. This tense is also known as present progressive tense. So I will write one example on the board. I am writing sentences. So here also the first rule is the same. First of all we have to find out an object from the given sentence. What am I writing? The answer is sentences. Therefore we have to use, this is an object, we have to use or take the object at the beginning in the passive voice. It becomes the subject in the passive voice. So sentences, we have to take it at the beginning. After that this is a sentence of present continuous tense. We have to use the helping verb am or is or are. Sentences is a plural subject, therefore we have to use the helping verb are. Sentences are. After this you have to use one word here, that word is being, being. Sentences are being, being. After this you have to use the past participle form of the verb write. The past participle or the V3 form of write is written. Sentences are being written, WRITTEN by. I will get converted into me. Sentences are being written by me. Very simple. Okay. Now we will study the change the voice of next tense, that is present perfect tense. Please have a look at the board. Present perfect tense. Present perfect tense. Here I will write one sentence on the board. We have purchased a new car. We have purchased a new car. Okay, so this is an example of present perfect tense. This is an example of an active voice. We have to transform this sentence into the passive voice. First of all, we have to find out an object from the given sentence. What have we purchased? We can ask the question with what. What have we purchased? The answer is a new car. Therefore, a new car is an object. Okay. See here, we is the subject, have purchased is the verb. Okay. And object is a new car. Object becomes a subject in the passive voice. A new car, object of the active voice becomes subject in the passive voice. A new car. And after this, see here, this is an example of perfect tense. Therefore, you have to use the helping verb either have or has. Okay, you have to use the helping verb have after the plural subjects. You have to use the helping verb has after the singular subjects. Okay, so a new car, it is a singular subject. Therefore, you have to use the helping verb has. After this, you have to use the word BEEN, been. A new car has been purchased, PURCHASED, purchased by, we will get converted into us. So what changes have we made? You have to use one word here. That word is BEEN, been. Okay, while turning the sentences of perfect tense into the passive voice, you have to use the word BEEN, been. While converting the active voice sentences of continuous tense, we have to use the word BEING, being. But in perfect tense, you have to use the word BEEN, been. Now we will study the change the voice of simple past tense. Simple past tense. Simple past tense. My father gave me a pen. My father gave me a pen. Sometimes we are provided two objects. Okay, in this sentence there are two objects. One is a direct object, another is an indirect object. Okay, my father gave me a pen. So you can get the direct object by asking the question with what or whom. What did my father give me? A pen is the direct object. Okay, direct object. My father gave me a pen. Here me is an indirect object. Indirect object. My father gave me a pen. Here you can get an indirect object by asking the question with who. My father gave me a pen. Who did my father give a pen? Yeah, to whom did? You can ask the question with to whom. To whom did my father give a pen? You can ask the question with to whom to get an indirect object here. So we can change this sentence of an active voice into the passive voice by two ways. You can take the direct object at the beginning, or you can take an indirect object at the beginning. So see here, first of all I will take a direct object at the beginning, a pen. A pen. After this you have to use a helping verb. Here the given sentence is of simple past tense. Therefore you have to use the helping verb either was or were. If the subject is singular, you have to use was after it. If the subject is plural, you have to use were after it. A pen is a singular subject, therefore we will take was after it. A pen was, you have to use the V3 form of give. Gave is the V2, so given. A pen was given to me by my father. By my father. You can take, this is one answer. The another answer, you can take an indirect object at the beginning. Me is an indirect object, so you cannot take me at the beginning. Me will get converted into I. So here I, after that you have to use the helping verb you have to use either was or were, but after I you have to use was. I was given a pen by my father. I was given a pen by my father. Very simple. Now we will study change the voice of past continuous tense. Past continuous tense. Past continuous or past progressive tense. Boys were studying English. Boys were studying English in the class. See here, my dear friends, this is an example of past progressive tense. But here there is something which I have added to the sentence. Boys is the subject, were studying, or we can say were is the helping verb, studying is the verb. Okay, here English is the object, and in the class is the complement or the remaining part of the sentence. So you have to keep the complement as it is. You can keep it as it is at the end of the sentence. First of all, you have to take an object from the given sentence. So English, I will take it at the beginning. After this, you have to use the helping verb. You have to use either was or were, because the given sentence is of past continuous tense. After English, we have to use was. English was. This is a sentence of continuous tense. Therefore, we have to use the word being, being. English was being. We have to use V3 form of studying, that is studied. English was being studied by boys in the class. We are keeping complement as it is, in the class. English was being studied by boys in the class. Otherwise, you can use the complement before by also. English was being studied in the class by boys. I hope that you must have understood it pretty well. Now we will turn towards past perfect tense. Please have a look at the board. Past perfect tense. Past perfect tense. My mother had bought flowers. My mother had bought flowers. So you have to take the object from the given sentence. What had my mother bought? Flowers. So you have to use it at the beginning. Flowers. After this, you have to use the helping verb. In the past perfect tense, you have to use the helping verb had. Whether the subject is singular or plural, it doesn't matter. You have to use the helping verb had. Flowers had. Already I told you, in the perfect tense you have to use the word been in the passive voice. Flowers had been. Already in the passive voice we are given the V3 form of the word. So verb or word. So you have to use the V3 form as it is. Had been bought by my mother. By my mother. Now we will turn towards future tense. We will study the change the voice of simple future tense. Simple future tense. Simple future tense. Radhika will sing a song. Radhika will sing a song. So here also the first rule is the same. You have to find out an object from the sentence. What will Radhika sing? A song is an object, so you have to use it at the beginning. A song. After that you have to use will. Okay, after that you have to use will. Here you have to make use of one word, that is be. Here helping verb, what formula is there or what rule is there? Generally if the subjects are I or we. After them you have to use the helping verb shall. And if the subjects are different, then you have to use will after them. See here, he, she, they. Okay, after you have to use will after them. So after a song we will use the helping verb will. After that you have to use one word, that is be. Every time be will come in the passive voice when you are converting sentences of simple future tense of active voice. Okay, a song will be, then you have to use the V3 form of sing, that is sung, S-U-N-G, sung. A song will be sung by Radhika, very simple. Okay, here you have to use the word be in the passive voice while converting sentences of active voice of simple future tense. Now we will turn towards the next tense. We cannot convert the sentences of future continuous tense into the passive voice. The next tense is future perfect tense. Future perfect tense. Future perfect tense. He will have achieved success. He will have achieved success. This is an example of an active voice. The tense of the sentence is the tense of the sentence is future perfect tense. First of all, you have to find out an object. What will he have achieved? So here success is an object. It will become a subject in the passive voice. Success. After that you have to use will. Okay, will have, and in the perfect tense we have to use one word in the passive voice, that is been, been. Success will have been achieved. Success will have been achieved by him. Very simple. Okay, I hope that you must have understood this topic of change the voice very well. If you are having any queries, you can send me your valuable feedback. Please like, subscribe and share my channel. Thanks for watching the video. Have a good day.